You don't have a discipline problem. You have success amnesia. If you're someone who feels like your battery is constantly on empty, you've been told that tracking your life is just a boring chore for organized people. But the truth is that you need more data than anyone else. Because when you're on autopilot, your growth evaporates the second that it happens. What isn't measured isn't growing. It's just being forgotten. I spent years trapped in a cycle of guessing why I was stuck and then blaming my character when I failed. I was living on vibes, hoping that things would just click, but hope isn't a strategy. I realized that for a brain that's easily overwhelmed, a Notes app doesn't just help you organize information. It's external memory. Today, I'm showing you how to stop lying to yourself about why you're stuck and to start looking at the hard evidence. We fail at habits because we're blind to the trends. I used to hit a wall every evening and think, I'm just lazy. But the data showed something else. I wasn't lazy. I was just bankrupt. Once you see the trends in your behavior, you stop fighting your nature. If you find you're too exhausted or unmotivated after work every day to hit the gym, stop trying to willpower your way through a hardware crash. That's the point where you experiment and ultimately pivot. Maybe sign up for a class, go with a friend for accountability, or you try to move the workout to before work when your tank is full. You can't actually solve a problem that you're refusing to look at. Here's why this is non-negotiable. Your brain is a biased narrator. If you don't have proof, your brain will always default to your old story. The one where you're someone who can never form new habits, someone who always quits. When you spend 3 minutes every day writing down what actually went well that day, you're creating self-evidence. You're moving from self-discovery, which is an endless loop of thinking about change, to self-evidence, which is having actual physical receipts of it. You're showing your nervous system the dopamine-rich proof that you're already someone who shows up. You're no longer just ruminating. You're building a concrete memory that your future self can actually use. Think of your energy like a bank account. Most of us are overspending and then wondering why we're in debt. If you find you never have the energy to plan and cook a meal at 7 p.m., you need to stop shaming yourself for it. Instead, you need to look at the data. Maybe the fix isn't having more discipline. It's prepping the ingredients while you're watching a YouTube video, taking a break and then coming back to it later. That's not giving up or failing. That's energy accounting. It's realizing that you have a finite amount of fuel and choosing to spend it where it actually counts. Don't get overwhelmed trying to build a system. That sounds like a chore to most of us. Just move the data out of your head so that it doesn't evaporate. First, commit to trying to do a 3-minute audit as many days of the week as you can. At the end of every day, just answer 3 things. What actually worked? Where did I hit a wall? And what were any patterns that I noticed or things that I could maybe try to do differently? The second part is doing a weekly review. Read your notes on Sunday. On Friday, you might feel like a failure and focusing on all the things that you didn't get done. But the notes might show something different, that maybe on 2 days out of the week, you actually followed through when you haven't been able to do even 1 day for months. That's how you kill the emotional dysregulation. That's how you stop shame in its tracks. A third part of this is using AI to your advantage. If you're a verbal processor, then you can record a voice note. Either way, feed pictures of your notes or transcripts into the AI and ask it patterns that it noticed. Or even just to summarize and break things down into easy to see bullet points. Let the tech act as your external executive function. We often stay in the survival loop because it's a safe way to hide. As long as our progress is invisible, we never have to take accountability for it. But when you have the evidence in front of you, the old story ends. You start to see that you aren't a victim of your brain, you're the architect of it. You don't need a new type A personality. You just need a better map of the one you already have. Stop guessing, start auditing, and prove to your nervous system that you're actually safe and qualified to succeed. So start small. Start with just a daily review today. The future version of you is so grateful for gathering that evidence. You can do this. I'll see you in the next one.